Good afternoon, CFM. It's Coach Matt with our Friday workout. This is the day before the Saturday CrossFit Games open workout, so just keep that in mind. If you have the CrossFit Games as a target on your radar, if I want to do really well at it, then I want you to really just go moderate pace today. Go through all the motions, do everything, but don't tire your grip out too much. Don't smoke your shoulders and your triceps with the overhead presses. But still do everything, get your sweat on, get your movement in, but don't go crazy if tomorrow is a focus day for you. And if tomorrow is just a regular day and you're just gonna come and do the workout, then hammer down, all right? 3 minutes, your choice, warm-up pace cardio, and then we're gonna go 2 rounds through 10 pogo hops. And listen for the snapping noise of my feet on the ground, so I'm not just jumping quietly and landing quietly. This one I actually wanna create impact. I wanna create force into the ground and snap my toes into the ground forcefully, followed by a quick pull of my toes away from the ground, right? Next one, child pose arm raise. So into the child pose, holding the body. Rotate. And work on those muscles that raise the shoulder past the head. Next one, more shoulder stuff with a PVC pipe behind the neck press from prone with my thumbs vertical, right? So thumbs vertical, I'm holding the PVC pipe in my open hand and I'm gonna pull it down to the back of my neck and then extend and reach overhead, right? So this one I'm not grabbing the pipe. I'm just turning my thumbs vertically and letting it rest on top of my index finger or that knuckle where my index finger is, okay? And then our seated press warm up. So seated press, set it up exactly the same as your bench press, same height, right? And I'm just rocked back a little bit behind it so I can rock forward, drive my elbows under, pick it up, and then pressing vertically overhead, right? And on the seated press, make sure you have good contact with the ground, and that I specifically don't want you to lean back when you do this because it can lead you to falling backwards. So try to keep your torso vertical, and if you feel like you have to lean back in order to get it over your head, that's just a little too much weight, okay? It's 4 sets of 8, and our superset is going to be a rowing variation. And what we'll do is when we row, we'll just pull the bench out a little ways, and then we're gonna do an inverted row with one leg supported, right? So I've got about a shoulder width grip on the bar, got my knee bent, and I'm holding the other leg out. So one leg is not touching the bench, one leg is. I'm just gonna row until I hit my chest for 5, and then switch to the other leg and row for the other 10, right? So it's your body weight pulling it, and notice the direction that I'm pulling. I'm pulling into the rack. I'm not pulling out of the rack. If you pull out of the rack and you jump the bar off of it, that would not be fun, okay? All right, so that's our strength circuit for today. Afterwards, we have 2 grip exercises. One is a grip cash out that I'd like to do first because it should be the most challenging, and it is a single effort of monkey hang for maximum duration, however long that may be, right? But I just get a nice grip on the bar, get a little chalk, and then 3, 2, 1, go. And I literally just hang as long as I can hang, and I want you to hang until you physically fall off the bar, right? This could be different for different people, right? I would say if you can't make it to about 30, 35, 40 seconds with your feet off the ground, right? Then I want you to use a little bit of tippy toe pressure, right? So like my feet are still touching the ground, but this is still a relatively challenging position because I don't have all of my weight on my feet. In fact, you can pick one foot up and make it a little bit more challenging, but try to get into that like 3/4 of a minute or a minute range. And then some of you guys should be in the like 3, 4, 5 minute range for that as well. And everyone should know my target for that is that we can do a 2-minute dead hang with your feet off the ground. That's a good amount for grip strength and shoulder strength. That should be everyone's like a kind of a baseline level that we should be targeting. After the grip cash out, we have extra grip work. And the first one, 2 to 3 reps rounds through, and this should be for muscle endurance, right? Or strength endurance, where we're doing a large number of reps, but I'm not trying to really go for that super high heart rate. What I am going for is a lot of the feeling of exertion in the muscles and the burning sensation in the muscles or the pump, okay? So it'll be 8 reps with a dumbbell in each hand. And we're gonna do this little circuit. So I'll pick the dumbbells up and I'm gonna do 1 RDL and then 1, 2, 3 shrugs. 1 RDL, 1, 2, 3 shrugs, about that fast, okay? And I would like for you guys to try some heavy-ish weights. So like, don't be afraid of the 70s and the 80s and the 85s when you do this. Your grip should be fatigued by the end, and your traps and the muscles up behind your neck should all be fatigued by the end of that. The next one we're gonna do is a dumbbell power hold, right? So you can sit down for this one, and anywhere from like 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 is really tough for me, and some of you guys with gigantic strong hands may be able to do the 40s, but give it a shot. So these are the 20s, and I'm literally just grabbing, I'm pinching on the big end of the dumbbell. I'm just holding for 15 to 20 seconds on each side. So I hold that weight, pinch it, squeeze it. It should be like peeling its way out of your fingers. If you get to like 20 seconds and that's right when it falls out of your hands, that's perfect, okay? And then do the same thing on the other side. You can do them both at the same time if you want to. Doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna finish with shoulder raise complex. And for this one, I would like to see you have like 1, 2, or 3 sets of dumbbells, but we're gonna do 10 forward dumbbell raises and then 10 lateral dumbbell raises in a row, relatively quick. And if you fail, or if you get to where you can't get up to parallel, you feel like you're really tired, you set them down, you step forward, immediately grab the next like 5 pounds lighter and keep going, okay? So if you have to do 2 switches, that's great. If you only have to do 1 switch, that's fine, because it's only 20 total reps, all right? And that is it. Try to get 2 to 3 sets through that after the grip cash out, and then have a great one. And I'll see you guys on the next work. Actually, what's tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow's the CrossFit Games workout, so see you for that. Okay.